here with Gypsyfae Creations. Thanks for tuning in. I am making a Minion soap today, and I've just put in some kaolin clay and some buttermilk into my oils, so I'll mix that up and then I'm going to add my lye, water, and sodium lactate solution. Alright, there was also a little bit of titanium dioxide in there because I don't want bright, bold colors. I want to tone it down a little bit. This idea came from a user called The Book Is Better, which I gotta say I love her username. She suggested it on a Pokemon soap that I did, where half of the soap was red and half of it was white, and then I had these little black bands in the middle that were supposed to be like the Pokeball band on it. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And someone had, The Book Is Better, she had suggested that I make a banana scented Minion soap, and I think that is like the coolest idea ever. So that is what I am doing. I am going to put some Tidal Wave Blue from Nurture's soap in here, and I think this color was discontinued. So if you're gonna go look for it, it does not exist. I know there are other colors on there that are similar. So we're gonna do the bottom half blue and the top half yellow. And then the scent is BaaaaaNanaaaa from Virginia's Candle Supply Company. And it smells just like banana runts. It is yummalicious. Okay, so now I'm going to give each one of these a mix. How cool is this lightsaber kitchen vibrator? I love it. Alright, so then I'm just going to mix in my fragrance here. I'm going to scrape down the bowls. And I'm not going to mix the fragrance in all the way on the yellow because I want to make layers. So we'll do the blue layer first. Pour our fragrance in. This does have a little bit of vanilla color stabilizer in it. Do about half of that. Making a mess. Alright. And so I'm using my small, I guess. Sorry. My small molds. I'm not using the big Nurture mold for this one because I want these soaps to be tall. My Nurture mold is very short. So I'm going to be picky and choose which soaps I'm going to be using in that 5-pound mold, and then I'm going to stick a lot of soaps in these tall molds just because I like the height on it. Alright. Smells so good. It also reminds me, it's kind of an artificial banana smell. It smells like artificial flavored banana. I don't know, snowballs and runts and stuff like that. But it reminds me of a snowball I had last week. I really wanted a snowball. We didn't have time to stop and get one. So we went over the in-law's house and she had like an extra large snowball on the counter that she had barely made a dent in. And I was like, I'm just going to share this with you if that's okay. And it just hit the spot. And it was banana flavored, and that's not something that I would normally get. Alright, let's pour this in to each one of these. And so once this is hardened up, I will pour the yellow on top of it. Pretty simple soap on the inside. What's going to make it Minion for real is when I cut it, I'm going to put the melt and pour little bands that are gonna look like they're glasses and eyeballs on the front of it. This is such a cute idea for a soap. Not something I would have normally thought of because Minions isn't really my thing. I probably saw the movie once. Alright. So I am going to give this a whack and make sure everything is level and all the bubbles are out of there. And then I'm going to mix up the yellow and pour that on top. How out of focus was that camera? Sorry about that, guys. You'd think after all the videos I've made and all the filming I've done, I would be an expert by now. And I still suck at it. But hopefully the rest of the video goes well and I've got it in focus now. So I'm just pouring in, trying to pour in the yellow on top. So that's another thing about using these little molds. Hello, blue. You're not supposed to be in there. It's hard to get in these little molds because they're so narrow. Making a mess because I'm mad there's blue in my soap batter. It's fine. I'm gonna just switch spatulas here. It should mix right in. It'll be okay. Alright, we should be safe now. I've got the new kitchen vibrator, I've got a new mold. Next thing on the agenda I want to treat myself to is a new table. Because I honestly hate this table so much. All the pock marks on it. Alright, give that a whack. And I'm just going to scrape this out. I'll probably sorry, you just got a bowl butt in there. I'll let this sit up a little bit. And then I'll probably play with the top of it because I want to add these little pieces of melt and pour that I've colored black to be like the little hair on their head. So I will bring you back for that. Okay, I just want to play around in the top of my soap here. And maybe round it a little bit. Instead of doing square. You know, like the top of a Minion's head is what I'm going for here. It is so hot out in Maryland right now. I just can't stand it. It is about 90 degrees out, if not more. It says it feels like 100 out. It's unbearable. So I had all of my soaps stored in a spare room upstairs, and we live in a Cape Cod. So a lot of the air does not get forced enough upstairs, which means it's really hot up there. And that is where we sleep, and then I have the spare room up there, which is where I keep all my soaps. And if you know anything about soap making, or if you don't, you really have to keep it in a, like, stored in a dry, cool place. And obviously that spare room is not a cool, dry place. It's not cool at all. So I had to move all of my soap out and put it in my dining room and order a, hold on, gotta think here. There we go. I had to order an air conditioning unit from Walmart, like ASAP. So we went to a Walmart, and of course they were sold out, and we called around to some other Walmarts, and no one has any air conditioning units. I think I'm gonna move this farther away from the end there. I think that'll work. I like that. Okay, let's keep going. So I had to order one offline, which means it won't get here for about 4 days. My house is a mess. I can't stand things not in their place. I want it all organized. I want things on shelves and labeled, and it's driving me crazy. And it's so hot. It is so hot in Maryland. I don't understand the point. We have either one, what is the word I'm looking for? It's either 1 degree or the other. It's either really, really cold or it's really, really hot. And the humidity is just unbearable. It says it's 64% humidity, so that doesn't help. And I don't have a pool, and I don't live near a beach, but that is the only point in this weather, I think. There is no reason to be this hot. If you don't have a pool or a beach, don't leave the house. Luckily, we are close enough to fall that at least it'll cool down at night. That'll be nice. I really like sleeping with windows open. I don't know what it is about July and August that I automatically think, oh, fall's almost here. It's almost time for pumpkins. And you'll probably start seeing fall soaps after this. That is the plan. I'm going to make this Minion soap. And then the next video you see will be fall soap. I hate to rush summer like that, but I like fall. And I'm miserable in this hot weather. My plants are dead, my grass is brown. I'm over it. Okay, I am happy with that, so I will let this sit for about 24 hours, and then I'll come back and cut it, and then I'll put the cute little eyeglass part band on it, the front of it. Okay, time to cut up my Minion army. I'm super happy with how these have turned out. I'm just going to cut a couple of them because they're all the same. They're all going to be these little guys with the top and the bottom solid color with the little hair on top. Try not to cut that one's hair. I might get a haircut. Love the size of these bars. I think they're going to be perfect for kids. Adults too, but I thought fun size little Minion soap for kids. That one's got an ingrown hair. There we go. That is super cool. So the fun part, which is really going to add the Minion touch on these, are the embeds that I'm going to put on the front. Big surprise, I know. So let me get those together. Just do one more here. Turn it around. Let's see. Alright. I'll show you how I'm going to put the eyeballs on. Okay, so here's the fun part. Look at those. They're all going to be one-eyed Minions. Maybe another time I'll do two-eyed Minions, but this is easier. Just to try it out. I can always go back and make more of these if someone has a preference over one-eyed versus two-eyed. Anyway, this is just melt and pour that I shaped into these little eyeballs, these little eyeglass band balls, I don't know. And I'm just going to paint them on with some more melt and pour and stick them on like so. And they look like Minions if you ask me. Alright, so I'm going to keep doing this to all of them. But while I'm doing that, I can tell you guys that today is probably the Friday before a soap release. A lot of the soaps you've seen on this channel have cured, and now they are ready to go on the Etsy site for sale. So August 4th, I'm going to have the Snowball, the Dragon's Blood, the Troll, Minnie Mouse, and the Donut soap on the Etsy shop. They are all going to come out and you guys can purchase them. If you've seen how they're made, they are all on here if you have not. And then this soap, as well as the Rainbow Bright, the TARDIS, and the Unicorn Cupcakes, they will come out on August 15th if you are interested in buying those. Okay. I am super happy with how these turned out. Take a look. Take a look. How cute. Their little hair and eyeball and Minion. These were so much fun. Again, thanks to The Book Was Better for the idea. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I love talking to you guys, so if you want to leave any questions or comments, feel free to. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, smell you later.